It's a beautiful color, but on me, I just like to blot it down a little bit. I just feel like it's not so much like, boom, in your face. I'm wearing berry lips. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa, and today I'm going to be further elaborating on the fall makeup trend, the berry lip. When I posted the overall makeup trends for the fall, I asked if you all would be interested in seeing some of my favorite berry lipsticks, and there was a resounding yes to do that, so I've pulled them all out and assembled them here in front of me, and we're going to get started. So before we jump right into the swatches, I wanted to just say this is really such a great fall wearable lip color because it's a little bit brighter than like a wine color, so it's a little bit brighter, and it's really fairly neutral, and it will go with a lot of different looks that you have in your wardrobe and a lot of different eye looks. So I kind of have divided these into drugstore and some high-end lip products, and I went through, I did have a few more in this pile, but if I couldn't find it available online, I went ahead and took it out because I didn't want to include something that was not available. So I think what I'll do is some lip swatches, and I'm going to start with the drugstore. So I'm going to start off with some of the lighter shades because sometimes you don't always want a really dark lip, and it's nice to have options. So this is called Bright Berry, and it's the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. This next shade is from L'Oreal's Color Riche line, and it is 590 Blushing Berry. Again, a really awesome wearable shade. Next up is a colored lip balm from Sonia Kashuk in 44 Blushing Berry. And this is a really moisturizing formula and very sheer, super easy to wear, be a great weekend look, out and about, daytime kind of look. So next up is another lip product from Sonia Kashuk, and it is the Shine Luxe Sheer Lip Color, and this is in the color Sheer Plum. And it just is a little bit deeper than some of these other berries, but again, both these products from Sonia Kashuk are super moisturizing and really comfortable on the lips and easy to wear. I love this packaging too. So next up is from Milani, and it's number 21 Sangria. This feels a little matte to me, a little dry on the lips and a little matte to me. Next up is from NYX, and it's one of their butter lipsticks, and this is the shade Licorice. I have to say, this is one of my favorite lipsticks to wear. I love this lipstick. It's super comfortable on the lips. I love the color. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. This one from ColourPop is what I was wearing at the beginning of the video, and it's LBB. And here is another one from ColourPop, and it's called I Heart This. Now this is a brighter berry. As you can see it over here in relation to some of these others, it is definitely a brighter berry, but if you live in a really warm climate where it's, summer-ish, you might want something a little bit brighter. There are times you just want something brighter. So I decided to include this anyway, even though it is a little bit of a brighter berry, almost bordering on a rose color. My lips are getting kind of stained from this and really dry. All right, now we're going to move into some of the higher end lipsticks. And this is not a color. This is just my stained lips with a little bit of like a Vaseline or something on them. So next up is the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in Melted Berry. This is, again, a little bit of a brighter berry, and I sometimes like to blot this down. Just depends on my mood. So the next one is from Laura Mercier, and this is the Stickgloss in the shade Black Orchid. This is definitely a much sheerer formula, but these are some of my favorite lipsticks or lip glosses or whatever. They're like a hybrid. They're like a cross between a lipstick and a gloss, and I'm not a huge gloss girl, but when I want that kind of glossy finish, I always reach for one of these. I love this shade in particular. You know, this is a really scary in the tube. Not so scary on the lips. Next up is from Estee Lauder, and it is the Pure Color Envy lipstick in Insolent Plum. Last up is the color I was wearing in my fall makeup trends video, and that is the NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Charlotte. So these are quite an assortment of colors, from light and bright to a little bit deeper and darker, from sheer formulas to really matte, intense, dark formulas, and everything in between. Some tips and tricks for applying these colors. You definitely want to make sure your lips are well exfoliated. These darker colors tend to grab onto any dry skin that you might have on your lips. I definitely noticed that from putting on and taking off and wiping them down. My lips got very dry and started grabbing the lipstick unevenly on my lips. So you want to make sure that you have really well hydrated and exfoliated lips, especially as you get into some of the darker, more matte colors. Another thing I wanted to share with you, especially as you wear a dark color, you want to make sure that you kind of connect your upper lip with your lower lip. And this was something that I learned when I was in high school and I was doing theater. And when you were singing, your mouth is wide open and you want to make sure it's a complete connected circle. So I always make sure I have a little bit of color in the outside corners of my lips, not so much that it's going to migrate and I'm going to look like the Joker when I'm done, but just so that they look like they're all part of the same lip. Don't be afraid to blot a color down a little bit if it's a little too dark or a little too intense and you want it a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, and not so deep and dark and like bold in your face. Definitely blotting it down will kind of lift some of that color off and sheer it out a little bit, or you could actually apply with your fingertip almost like a stain. So I encourage you to check your lipstick collection, see what kind of berry lipsticks you have in there and pull them out for the fall. If not, you might be interested in one of the ones that I have shown you today. A lot of drugstore options and a couple of high-end options. These are all ones that I really enjoy wearing a lot, especially this time of year. And if you have a favorite berry lipstick that I didn't include in this list, I would love it if you would leave it down below, because I always like to see what products and what colors you all are interested in, and other people read those comments so it could be helpful to them as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel and just stopping by for the first time, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and join me for future videos. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, lipstick, lipsticks, lipsticks.